Mark Carney's rise to power in Canada is already causing major waves. His flat-out refusal of U.S. annexation and re-evaluation of Canada's $19 billion F-35 deal marks a sharp pivot, one that leans heavily toward European partnerships. Carney's no-nonsense approach to U.S. influence might just reshape Canada's defense playbook and shake up its place in global alliances. So why is Canada making such a bold move now? And how could this change the future of NATO and global power balances? Strap in, we're breaking down the big events behind this massive geopolitical shift. Mark Carney didn't tiptoe into office. He came in with a clear agenda and a strong message. Since taking over on March 14th, he's made one thing crystal clear. Canada's sovereignty is non-negotiable. Canada will never ever become part of the United States. No wiggle room, no sugarcoating. This stance is firm and unwavering. This wasn't just political posturing. It was a declaration of intent. It was a direct rebuttal to U.S. Senator Marco Rubio, who recently floated the idea of Canada becoming America's 51st state, a notion that Carney found preposterous. Carney called that idea absurd, and most Canadians seemed to agree. Public sentiment was overwhelmingly in favor of maintaining independence. Although Canada and the U.S. share deep trade, defense, and cultural ties, Carney is drawing a firm line. He's emphasizing the importance of a distinct national identity. He's pushing for Canada to carve out a stronger, more distinct national identity. This is about more than just national pride. And this isn't just about waving the flag, it's strategic. Carney is looking at the long-term implications for Canada's future. Carney warned that the U.S. wants Canada's water, land, and other resources. This is a matter of national security and economic independence. That's not polite diplomacy. That's a full-blown warning. He's making it clear that Canada must protect its own interests. He made it clear that any move to absorb Canada would destroy its way of life. The Canadian identity is unique and worth preserving. This rhetoric shows that Carney sees today's global environment as a threat to Canadian independence. The world is changing, and Canada must adapt. And this push for sovereignty goes beyond politics. It's about ensuring that Canada can make its own decisions without external pressures. It's now influencing military strategy too. Canada is rethinking its defense posture in light of these new realities. Canada's decision to reassess its $19 billion purchase of 88 F-35 stealth fighters is a major turning point in its defense strategy. This move signals a shift in priorities. Defense Minister Bill Blair surprised many when he announced the pause, especially since Canada had already paid for the first 16 jets expected to arrive next year. This decision was not taken lightly. The F-35 has long sparked controversy. It's a symbol of advanced technology, but also of high costs and maintenance challenges. It's high-tech, yes, but also insanely expensive and tough to maintain. These factors are critical in the decision-making process. Now, Canada's pause seems to reflect a broader shift happening inside NATO. Allies are re-evaluating their defense commitments and strategies. Portugal recently backed away from its F-35 deal, citing concerns about Trump's foreign policy and tight U.S. control over operations. This is part of a larger trend. Blair hinted Canada may look elsewhere, especially to Sweden's Saab JS-39 Gripen. This jet offers a compelling alternative. The Gripen's quick speed and ability to land on rugged airstrips make it a strong contender. It's versatile and reliable. Even better, Saab offered to build the jets in Canada. This would be a significant boost to the local economy. That means local jobs, tech transfers, and NATO-friendly upgrades. It's a win-win situation for Canada. The bigger picture here, Canada wants more strategic freedom. This is about having options and not being tied to a single supplier. U.S.-made systems often come with strings, both political and operational. Canada is looking to avoid these entanglements. By considering European alternatives, Canada could diversify its defense relationships and reduce dependence on a single supplier. This is a strategic move, but this isn't just about picking a new plane. It's about redefining Canada's role in global defense. It's part of a much larger pivot. Canada is rethinking its entire defense strategy to better align with its national interests and global realities. Canada's rising interest in European defense suppliers isn't a one-off decision. It's a strategic move that aligns with the country's broader defense and economic goals. It's tied to a broader global military shift. reflecting changes in geopolitical alliances and defense priorities. Between 2021 and 2024, European nations ramped up their defense spending by over 30%, reaching nearly €326 billion, or about 1.9% of EU GDP. This significant increase underscores the continent's commitment to bolstering its defense capabilities. Defense companies in Europe are booming, benefiting from this surge in spending and investment. Rheinmetall, Europe's biggest ammo producer, hit record profits and expects another 30% growth this year. This growth is a testament to the increasing demand for advanced military equipment. The EU's Rearm Europe plan is also pouring up to €800 billion into joint defense efforts and expanding production. This initiative aims to enhance the collective security of member states. Canada's signals haven't gone unnoticed. European defense firms are keen to capitalize on this opportunity. Along with Saab's Gripen, France's Dassault, Rafale, and Germany's Eurofighter Typhoon are being pitched as serious alternatives to the F-35. These aircraft offer advanced capabilities and competitive pricing. European options would give Canada more negotiating power and reduce the tight oversight seen in the American program. This flexibility is crucial for Canada's defense strategy. But stronger defense ties with Europe come with economic advantages too. These partnerships can lead to increased trade and investment. Canada's defense industry isn't just about security, it's a huge economic engine. The sector drives innovation and supports a wide range of jobs. It contributes more than $9.6 billion to the country's GDP and supports over 81,000 jobs. This impact is felt across various regions and communities. As of 2022, it's also a key source of tech development and skilled employment. The industry's growth is vital for Canada's future economic and technological landscape. To grow the sector, Canada launched a defense procurement strategy to supply the armed forces efficiently while boosting local industry. Streamlining the process has helped speed up delivery timelines and increase support for Canadian businesses. This uncertainty is making some countries think twice about relying solely on American weapons and support. The geopolitical landscape is shifting, and nations are reassessing their defense strategies in light of recent events. Portugal's exit from the F-35 program is a clear example. This decision marks a significant shift in their defense policy. Its defense minister, Nuno Melo, said U.S. restrictions could weaken national defense, and that's a risk they won't take. He emphasized the need for more autonomy in defense procurement. Now Portugal is actively considering European alternatives. Canada may soon follow, as it evaluates its own defense needs and potential suppliers. If it pivots towards Saab or Dassault, it could set off a wider trend inside NATO. This shift could influence other member nations to explore similar options. Sure, moving away from U.S. systems could complicate alliance-wide coordination, but it would also allow individual nations more flexibility and control. This newfound flexibility could lead to more tailored defense solutions. That shift opens up massive opportunities for European defense firms. Companies like Saab and Dassault stand to benefit significantly. So here's the big question. How will these changes reshape the global defense landscape in the years to come? Backing out of the F-35 deal isn't just about cutting costs. It's about taking control. Carney's rejection of U.S. annexation was more than symbolic. It reflected a deeper push for national autonomy. Turning to European defense companies like Saab and Dassault is a bold move to diversify partnerships and move away from U.S.-centric infrastructure. But this path isn't without risks. Could dropping the F-35 put Canada at odds with NATO? Will Trump's return, or a similar shift in U.S. policy, drive even more countries toward Europe? Whatever happens next, Canada's decisions will have lasting effects. Is this just a short-term strategy tweak, or the beginning of a whole new defense era? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Should Canada ditch the F-35 and go all in on Europe, or should it stay the course? Drop your take below, and if you want to stay updated on the biggest defense and global strategy stories, hit that subscribe button. This is Car Talks, your go-to for vehicle news and geopolitical deep dives. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.